Welcome, ghouls and goblins out there in internet land, to another fantastic, exciting, blood-curdling edition of the JTO Paranormal Podcast.
Pre-recorded in an undisclosed location outside of Area 51.
We are talking today about the one and only best subject in the world, serial killing clowns, guys.
No, we already did that episode. We're doing vampires tonight.
What are you talking about?
We're doing vampires tonight. We did clowns a couple weeks ago.
We discussed this.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago when we did the clowns episode.
I thought we're talking about clowns.
No, we're not doing clowns again. We might maybe visit clowns next year again. Yeah.
Tonight we're talking about vampires, but we're not talking about vampires sober. We are drinking.
For our vampire episode, we will be drinking Viking's Blood. It's a honey mead wine, and I added a little something in there.
You put blood in there.
No, that would be weird and irresponsible.
Now, you've got a bandage on your neck that seems to be coming off. What is that bandage?
I cut my neck shaving.
You cut your neck shaving on the vampire episode.
Before the episode, I was just shaving.
The bandage is just
shaving my neck.
peeling off.
Let's drink our Viking, our Viking mead.
All right, I guess I'll drink it. Oh, God.
Viking's Blood.
That's real blood.
No, it just tastes like that. It's not real. They sell this in stores. They wouldn't have real blood in it.
I know hobo blood when I taste hobo blood. For sure. Well, I got to tell you, bud, I knew this was coming, and I don't know what's up with that wound on your neck. Your bandage is coming off again.
Yeah, I just cut myself shaving.
I don't know if supernatural forces are pushing that bandage off your neck or what, but I brought some minced garlic. Vampires
I don't like minced garlic.
also hate.
I'm not a vampire, but I don't like. Okay.
Minced garlic, guys. What is that? What do you got there?
Huh? Oh, it's a new JTO product I've been working on. It's the JTO Vampire EpiPen.
Ooh.
The way we make it, let me just use it real quick. All right, there we go.
Jesus Christ, that kind of looks like a turkey baster.
That's a little on me.
Ugh. Why did you inject yourself with that again?
I'm just testing it out on myself, see if it's safe.
Can you keep that bandage? Can you take that off, actually, maybe?
No.
It's just coming off anyway.
No, it's better if I don't. So I've got a list here of vampire hunter rules, which I thought was really weird because this was on the LA Weekly. First one, can't kill a vampire. It is already dead, but you can destroy it. It's rule 1 for vampire hunters. Rule 2 is an annoyed vampire is a dangerous vampire. It's good advice. Number 3, guns tend to annoy vampires. See rule number 2. 4, real vampires are evil.
All the good ones are evil.
What?
All the good vampires are evil.
All the good vampires are evil, so the bad vampires are good?
What the fuck is the next rule?
Number 5, if you are seduced by a vampire, you will become one or become dead. All vampires are evil. Rule 6, kill them all.
That's not a rule for what?
Rule 7, I know we have another rule after kill them all. I feel like that should be the end or the only one. But all right. Number 7 is when in doubt, execute rule number 6. So rule 6 is kill them all, and 7 is just do number 6.
What are you doing there?
I'm just making sure this stays on.
You're taping the bandage to your neck that keeps falling off. That is grotesque.
Yeah. Hey, but now it won't drop. Now it won't fall off.
Jesus Christ.
Solve that problem.
You don't expect me to find that a little weird, or?
What? Look, the bandage was falling off. I kept having to mess with it.
Now, I did make a little chart in case you need help personally identifying a vampire. So I got this little chart here. I'm going to hold it up for the camera. I'll show Bryant in a second. Let me just show you guys first. Okay, so this is the Bryant type vampire. If you look, you can see the tiny eyes. Identifiable features include the skeptic mouth with fangs spitting secular venom. Then we have the fat boobs, tiny presidential hands, really stinky feet, and a penis that is often mistaken for a vagina. You are clearly a vampire at this point.
I'm not a vampire.
I
just haven't been outside a lot, so I'm not as tan as I usually am.
You've got a gushing wound on your neck.
There's no blood on my wound.
This story is about a paperboy, 17, with a vampire obsession who murdered a 90-year-old woman, ripped out her heart, and drank her blood in a bid to become immortal. Matthew Hardman broke into Mabel Lation's bungalow in December 2001, carrying out one of the most gruesome murders in UK legal history. I, too, have murdered an old lady. And don't you worry out there, because this old lady hated kittens.
Fuck? You're gonna talk shit about the story I just did being morbid? You're gonna talk about... all right. What's going on?
Because I cut out her heart, and I figured
What
we
the
could
fuck?
drink the blood to become immortal vampires.
How did this episode start off with you going, ew, I don't want to drink something that might have blood when it's just Viking blood, mead, wine?
Yeah, it's still pumping a little bit. It's got a little bit of life in it still. And I was hoping to, you know, kind of like out like Lady and the Tramp. Like, I'll get one end,
No,
you get the other end. We'll lap it up and become immortal. But clearly, you're already a fucking vampire.
If I was a vampire, wouldn't I be like dying to bite into that beautiful the heart? Wouldn't I want
Yeah, you would.
to drink it?
Yeah, you would. But after looking in the eyes of evil, I'm not sure that I'm ready to take that step into immortality. It is ugly, it is fat, and it is skeptical. And I have no...
How can I be a vampire and also skeptical of vampires?
I know. It seems like a contradiction of terms like living dead. But look at this heart. This is an innocent old lady. Well, she hated kittens, but she's an old lady, and she is dead. And just want to give a little lips to it.
No, I don't.
Now I'm just going to put this heart back in the ice chest that I have next to me in the studio here. Anytime you're feeling a little saucy, you go ahead and take a nibble. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the JTO Files, where I present evidence to this piece of fucking trash, and I convince him that vampires are real. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle your seatbelts, get your headrests in order. Are you ready, Bryants?
No.
Let's check it out.
All right, so a guy in all black walks past the mirror, and a guy is pointing at it,
Yeah.
showing like, hey, this is weird.
Because he's looking at the camera.
Yeah.
He's a security person reviewing footage. There's no reflection.
Yeah, what I also find weird is that in the mirror, no one's moving, but the girl is clearly still texting and moving, not in the mirror. So somehow nobody's movements are being shown in the reflection. You can see the girl texting, not in the mirror, and then in the mirror, she's not moving or texting. You can still see her fingers not moving, though.
Like this finger right here, which also came from an old woman. You want to lap up the blood?
No.
Vampires are real. That's what
I
you
don't
can
think
see.
spiritual, magical vampire beings exist, but there are serial killers that fucking drink blood.
How do you feel about the holy power of Jesus Christ? How do you feel about this
Yeah,
cross?
I've never been a fan. You know this.
Why don't you touch it?
No, I don't want to touch a cross.
Well, prove you're not a vampire and touch it.
What would that even prove?
Your skin would burn.
My skin will not burn.
How do you feel about having a stake through your heart?
I do not like this.
Oh! Thank you guys for watching the JTO podcast. We appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Sorry to end this so weirdly. Bryant is apparently bleeding to death like a little pussy vampire boy. But we appreciate you guys. Next week, I'm not sure what we're talking about. I think it's the Halloween episode, isn't it, Bryant? Yeah, it's the Halloween episode, guys. Thank you very much. Tune in next week on the JTO podcast for more paranormal mayhem.